offender to myself again.
PauL DeCoSteR.
I work too hard to have no fun, and when I leave you I'll be walking in the sun, walking in the sun. It got to where I couldn't make one move without you going off when you disapproved. Time to live the life I choose that's worth every penny of my hard-earned dues. You were a battle that had to be won, and baby my reward is walking in the sun, walking in the sun, walking in the sun, walking in the sun. I work too hard to have no fun, and when I leave you I'll be walking in the sun, 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 walking in the sun.
PauL, that was really nice. So have you been walking a lot in the sun lately?
Oh, you bet. My God.
Yeah?
It's been a great summer.
Yeah, so when you're on the street, do you go on the sunny side or the shady side?
I go on the shady side nowadays to keep cool because it's a little dangerous to be out in the heat, but I love walking in the sun. I really do.
Yeah?
Absolutely. Summer and spring,
I love
anytime
it
the sun
too.
is out, it's just like...
Where are you born? Where are you from?
I was born in Manhattan, born in Columbia Presbyterian Hospital.
Oh, it's good for you. Have you ever lived out of New York?
Never lived out of New York for most of my life. The only time I can really say is when I went to college in Ohio.
Where'd you go?
College of Worcester, just about an hour and a half from southwest of Cleveland.
Wow.
At about the time when I was going to college, I think the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was being built, so
Did you ever get there?
never got there, no.
So you never went back to Ohio?
Haven't been back to Ohio, as the song says by Chris Hunter.
Yeah, exactly. So where are you playing next?
Next week I'm going to be playing at a place called Cafe Dada, which is over in Park Slope. It's over on 7th Avenue. It's right across the street from the Brooklyn Conservatory. And it's, I think, around President Street, if you get the cross
So it's
street.
not that far from the Brandon Salon.
Not far at all.
No,
As a matter of
not
fact,
at
about
all.
maybe a 5-minute walk tops.
It's that close?
Pretty close if you've got fast feet.
Yeah, like you walking in the sun, right?
That's right, exactly.
Yeah. So, any questions for PauL from you, Annie?
How do you write your songs?
It's like this. Basically, what happens is I write a lot of songs in the subway.
Okay.
Whenever I'm moving,
In or out of air conditioning?
in or out of air conditioning, I don't care. Just as long as I'm moving, it's very important. And what happens is, like, if I'm writing, usually I'll write some kind of an idea and I'll just try to expand on that. Usually the lyrics come first, and then they either get married to some music or they just kind of like stay there until I can do something with them. You know, I mean, I like tons and tons of stuff, but not all of it just goes immediately to the song process. What happens is also whenever I'm improvising on guitar, I always I might come up with some kind of a harmony or melody or something like that, or a riff, and I say, this is really good. I recorded it on my iPhone. This is why I love technology. I love technology for that reason. iPhone, I just do little voice memos,
Now,
you guys.
how frequently do you go back to that recording, though? Like, do you find that you record a lot of stuff that you never even go back to, or do you go back to almost everything?
There's some stuff that I probably might not go back to right away, but there are other things that just kind of, if there's something that's just playing in my head over and over and over again, it's like my gut feeling telling me, go back to that one. Something
Right.
could become of that.
How many do you forget?
God knows.
Yeah, I have a
knows.
tendency to forget most, you know?
Exactly.
Right. The ones that I can remember without forgetting, those are the ones that usually turn into a song.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. So, do you have any skeletons in your closet? Because it's National Daiquiri Day.
Okay.
And, we'd love to share some daiquiri with you.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to tell you this before you promise me the daiquiri. I don't drink.
Well,
I'm
it's
gonna-
also, hello, we're always prepared. It's National Raspberry Cake Day. We have little raspberry candies that are alcohol-free.
Okay, well, that's
So-
great. I wanted to pass on my daiquiri to a friend of mine.
You
in the
can do
audience,
that,
if
but
that's
you have
okay.
to have a raspberry too.
Okay, well, before I have the raspberry, I'm going to give you my skeleton.
Okay.
I was at an event once, which was some kind of like a lobbying group for animal rights. And I think what they were planning, they were having some kind of a fundraiser over in a fancy hotel in the middle of Manhattan. And one of the guest celebrities there was Alicia Silverstone.
Miss
Okay.
Vegan.
Miss Vegan,
Yeah.
exactly.
Vegan.
So
Yeah.
Miss Vegan looks at me, or Alicia Silverstone, and she says, "Oh, I noticed you do something strange with your eyebrows. You kind of like go up as you talk. I do the same thing." So it's weird because it's for just like a brief moment, I had like some kind of a flirtatious interaction with Miss Silverstone.
So she's really not clueless?
Not at all.
Ah.
Furthest thing from it, as a matter of
She's a
fact.
good actress then,
A
right?
very good actress.
Yeah.
Well, she picked up on something I didn't notice.
You never knew you did that?
I do things which I don't even know I do. It's weird.
That's usually the case
No, this
for
is what
most of
happens.
us, right?
This is what happens. Like when I was a kid, people used to say that I walked around shaking my hand like that, and I was like, "Do I do that? I don't do that." But sure enough,
With technology, and
with
they
technology,
can film you.
they
Have
can
you
film
watched
me
yourself?
No, I don't do that anymore. I sat on my hand deliberately for that. Now, this is the
So
reason
you
why I
did
got.
do it.
I did, but this is the reason why I got into the guitar. Because
And that's the
this
reason
hand-
now you twitch your eyebrows.
Exactly, because these things are already occupied. They
Because
grow
this
discipline.
doesn't move anymore, so you had to do something else, right?
Exactly.
There you go, right,
See,
yeah.
my eyebrows just
It had to
twitching.
move.
It's a good thing they don't meet, right?
Yeah, wow. Here, have a raspberry.
Thank you, love.
You can have one of each color.
Okay. Oh, good. The red and the black.
Yeah, red
That's
and
the name of
black.
a Stendhal novel, isn't it?
Probably.
Yeah.
So you play with a lot of bands, don't you?
Well,
PauL?
I don't. The band I'm working with right now is basically my solo project, but I have performed with
The
other
band is your solo project?
currently.
Is it?
But
Do you have other members? Or
I'm auditioning members right now,
Okay.
as a matter of fact. I have played with a couple of drummers in the past. I played with a guy named Rich Kulsar, who currently is recording his own solo album. He's played with this lady Denise Barbarita for many years. He's played with Skip Stinger's R&B group. They're like a corporate band that tour around the world. He's a great drummer, and Rich, if you're listening, I hope that you caught that. And he's going to be playing on my next record.
Oh, that's so great.
I can't say record right now. I have to say something like EP or
Yeah,
recording.
but you know what I realized?
What's that?
You know, a record. You know, it made sense to me. The last time I recorded like a really truthful, like full album, it's a record of that period of your life.
Indeed.
So it was a CD, but it made like a light bulb went off of like why they call it a record. So I don't think a record means vinyl. I think a record means it's a recording of that period of time.
It's very, very true.
So you are making a record.
I'm making, yes, absolutely.
There you go.
And it's like, it's interesting
It makes
because
sense to me.
the CD, which
Yes.
I'd like all of you guys to purchase or indulge in.
And how will one get one besides being able to get one from you right now?
Well, what you can do is you can go on cdbaby.com. It's available.
Yeah,
Plus,
we love
also
that.
there are some songs which are available on reverb.nation.com/DeCoSteR. The songs on this one are available. Plus a couple of the ones that are going to be on the new EP.
And how many? EP I hear is like the new black. Everybody wants the EP now, right?
I think the reason they say EP is because that, or the reason is that, the thing is that it takes a long time to make an album. I mean, people make albums with about maybe 8, maybe 10 songs or something like that. And people want to get their music out there because, time is moving really, really fast. We're in the age of Aquarius. And check out how the technology has evolved over time. And as a result, people want to get EPs so that you just like with that big burst of energy, like a sugar rush to give their fans.
So an EP is 5, right?
Probably about 5 maximum. Well, this one is probably going to have 6 or 7.
Oh, so you can have that many?
Yeah, so I'm gonna have
what's
like
an
a-
LP?
An LP long play. Well, I mean that's what they used to call those.
Right.
What are they, 33 and a half vinyl records and stuff like that, which actually are still in fashion. To the
Well,
DJs.
now they are, but it's kind of like,
Coming back.
they're coming back, but they can't come back. Now it's like $900 for a record, you know? I mean, come on. It's like when you can get the digital download for 2 cents or, I mean, I wish that people would buy music, but it's really tricky buying music these days.
You know what's really interesting about that is
Support
that
artists,
Yeah, hell
because,
yeah.
we
Including
work
the ones
really
on the radio
hard.
show. Forever.
We work so hard to
Make you happy. No.
Well, music is therapy for the artist and the listener. When a
Especially in this
song-
day and age.
Like, which songs talked to you to made you, know that you wanted to do this?
Okay, well, I could probably name a dozen of them, but I'll tell you a couple that come off the top of my head. One is Joe Jackson's "It's Different for Girls."
Okay.
It's a beautiful
Good
song.
song.
Yeah.
And
Good song.
also, what's another one that I really like? The Spinners' "One of a Kind Love Affair." Anything that they
I
ever did.
love the Spinners.
Oh, you know what?
I'm a Spinners
Rubber
maniac.
Band Man. That's a great song by the Spinners.
Mhm, yeah,
Wonderful
right.
song. And the song which kind of like is very sensual to me, and which I didn't want to admit that I like, but which I really do, is "Boogie Yogi Yogi" by A Taste of Honey.
I love them. What are you kidding me? That was like a great song.
And what I liked about that band is that those two ladies played the bass and the guitar. You
Yeah.
didn't see that a lot in those days.
No, and that was such a great song.
I got to say one thing about recorded technology with regards to MP3s is that when you have something which was originally recorded on an LP and you buy it on an MP3, for some reason the sound, the volume goes down as opposed to like buying a digital download of pop music recorded nowadays. Then it's just like completely up. Like if I get a song from Usher, for example, or if I get a song from Maroon 5, the volume is like right up there in my headphones.
That's because they have more money behind it.
No, but I think it's just like the technology itself. The technology, the digital MP3s are like really loud, whereas like the vinyl, if it's recorded to a digital convert, the volume goes down. They said the same thing about CDs when they put out the Beatles
You think it's
original
on
recordings.
purpose?
I don't know if it's on purpose or not. I mean,
So you buy the digital download?
I buy the digital download because first of all, you don't want any clutter in your house with all those records.
Yeah, but now we have clutter on our computers, right?
No kidding.
It's the same thing, it's just a different way, right?
Exactly.
So what's your website?
My
How do people
website
find
right
you?
now, you can find me at www.reverbnation.com/DeCoSteR. That's DeCoSteR. Okay? And you can find me there. You can also find me on Facebook under DeCoSteR. It's all caps, by the way. And you also can find me on Twitter at TigermanPCD. That's P as in Paul, C as in Clement, D as in DeCoSteR. That happens to be my name.
Sounds good.
Thanks, man.
So, thank you
Great
so
song.
much.
Maya.
Thank you very
What's
much.
the name of that song?
Walking in the Sun.
Sun.
I forgot.
Come
Walking in
on.
the
I'm a little
Behind.
lightheaded from Walking in the Sun.
It's
Yeah,
a very
exactly.
appropriate song for right now.
Exactly.
Hot
Yeah, it
times,
is.
summer in the city.
That's
Well,
right.
thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been a
Paul
real pleasure to be on
DeCoSteR.
Thank you.
And the Apple.